Faye here at Macon Manor. Where else would I be? So the porches, they're ginormous, which I love, and they're very deep. Um, Underneath, and you can see just how extensive, and I've got to be careful as I tread out here. Um, just many, many years of no upkeep and storms blowing in water has basically everything from about a distance of about 4 foot from the house. Beyond that 4 foot point, it gets very scary. Very scary. The good news is that about 4 foot, this all very solid. It looks terrible. Seriously, all it needs is a good sand to be sealed and painted, and it's perfectly fine. Some years ago, I don't know how many, I suspect the rotting issues had already begun. This is all tongue and groove. And so somebody had replaced all the outer edges at the front of the house where the bulk of the weather always breaks. And so the thought that had occurred to me, and I'm hoping that those of y'all who are so much more experienced and handy than I am will chime in, as I was thinking about taking my skill saw, chalk marking out, means I've got to move all this stuff again. I'll find some blocks and have to store it neatly alongside the house somewhere, all this wood. Making my chalk marks, setting my skill saw depth to only go through this top planking, and simply cutting all around the house on both porches, the big wraparound at the front as well as the one on the side off the kitchen, leaving all the good solid stuff and cutting free all the bad, rotten, dangerous stuff, removing it. And thankfully it's the cheapest lumber you can buy, the basic 2x4s, and simply getting the 2x4s. And because keep in mind, the supports underneath all this, perfectly fine, nothing wrong with it. It's just the top wood. Taking this 2x4s, the 2x4s that they ran the opposite direction, which I actually kind of like the architectural detail it lends, and just bringing those all the way up to the point where the wood turns good, and then simply sealing the living heck out of them, weatherproofing them and preserving them. And I really think that this is a viable solution. And instead of being a detriment, given the 7-color paint scheme I'm going with the house, I think it could look amazing. And instead of being one of those, hey, this is the best I can do for now kind of things, I think it will actually look beautiful. The most beautiful part about it, I'm actually capable of doing this myself. I really think probably pretty long days, but I think in one weekend, I might not be able to finish the weatherproofing and painting of it, but to actually get rid of all the bad and get the new down to where it's complete and to where I can do the finish work on it, making all this stuff safe. I really think one good weekend, I think I could complete this all by myself. Now, again, so many of y'all have been there, done that. I've got a lot of you guys who have done not just one on your own home, have done a number of restorations. A lot of people have a lot of construction and contracting experience in here. And so please, 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 please feel free to chime in. Any constructive criticism, help, what have you, I so greatly appreciate it. I really think that this is my best option. I had thoughts of doing something like this to deal with this area out here for quite some time. Over the last few days, out of necessity and what have you, it's really been heavy on my mind. And yesterday, last night, I realized that I really think this is my one and only best option. So I really, really appreciate the support. I appreciate the input. And again, if I'm making a mistake, or if y'all know of a better way to accomplish this, anything that you can offer me, I'm so receptive to and appreciative of. I really, really, really do appreciate the amazing think tank and support system I've got with this group. Thank you for your continued support, your interest in my home, and I've got a very busy day ahead of me. I've got to get moving here. Thank y'all so much.